Good morning, good people. This is Father Earl Befort. I'm talking to you from St. Fidelis Friary here in Victoria, Kansas. Over the last several months, I've had 12 funerals, and funerals are always part of our lives, of course, because we all, in some way, are touched by death, eventually by our own, of course, but so often by the death of those we love and care for and who are part of our lives, and that can often be something very difficult for us. There are indeed mysteries when it comes to death. One of the mysteries, of course, is this word eternal. We say that God has prepared for us a place eternal in heaven. Well, what does that mean? In this life, we don't experience eternal, something that goes on forever. Everything in our life has a beginning and an end. And so to say something is eternal for us, we don't really have a way of comprehending that by our experiences in this life. And the other question I get asked probably the most frequently is, well, what's heaven going to be like? What are we going to be doing in heaven? And that, of course, is a great mystery because we will not really be able to understand it or know it until we get there ourselves. But St. Paul tells us in his letter to the Corinthians that eye has not seen and ear has not heard, nor has it dawned in the mind of man what God has in store for those who love him. Eye has not seen, ear has not heard. We haven't experienced anything like that in this life. I really believe heaven is going to be a time of time isn't even a very good word to use when it comes to heaven, but we're going to spend it with God. And the mystery of God will be revealed to us day after day and moment after moment in heaven. And that is, of course, what the joy of heaven is, knowing God, experiencing God, as only we'll be able to do when we experience the eternal life of heaven. As I drive into Hayes almost every day on I-70, there is a huge sign on the right hand of the highway. And that sign says this: if I were to die today, where would I spend eternity? Where would I spend eternity? My friends, there's no more important question than that one. We're going to spend a short time here on earth, but all eternity in heaven. If I were to die today, where would I spend eternity? Think about that. Consider it. Thank you for listening, and God bless you, and good morning.